In this week's episode of Crime on the Street with me, Rush Weston, we look into the cartel and the people who deal with it. We take a look into the glass cartel of San Andreas and their infamous drug running and gunslinging reputation. We also see how the police handle their shenanigans and what they advise you to do to stay safe. Welcome to episode 2 of Crime on the Street. So, how would you get close to a notorious group of people known for killing? Well, I can tell you they don't have a Facebook page telling us where they are. So we started asking questions. And just as we expected, most people said they didn't know anything or warned us to leave while we still our lives. I gathered something more was going on. And to find out, I needed to talk to the source of everything, Jake Glass, the head of the Glass Cartel. And luckily, we got hold of somebody who could point us in the right direction. So anyway, thank you very much for sitting down with us today, Mr. Glass. I know you're busy. Um, so when word in the street was obviously different people saying different things that your gang has been well known for gun running and drug slinging. How would you describe your operations here?
Well, our operations here on the property, I own the gold process. We had to take that out at the moment. We had some people sneaking onto the property, not talking to any of the families. But other than that, we're doing pretty good at our little business we have going.
Okay. And what business is that?
Gold processing and manufacturing.
Ah, very very nice, very lucrative, I hear.
Yeah, the miners go mine it up and then come to us. We give them a fee for every material brought, even if it's not gold. So we're
Mm,
trying to go a little further, maybe silver or
mm.
any other mineralites.
Obviously you're now a well established business family, but I heard tale of a few years ago of I guess way to say it would be troublesome people. Would you consider yourselves criminals at all?
Some of the family members, I do believe they dabble, but try to. But for the most part, like me, my wife, we focus on our gold uh, business more than the other side of the business that some people
Mm,
claim that we run.
yeah, yeah. Um. So one thing that we did come across really going back is word on the street is that you're well known for things like extortion, trafficking drugs, and guns. Now, is this true at all, or is it just simple rumors made by people who want to stir the pot?
Simple rumors. We're just a good name because we people come to us for favors. We're willing to help them out. We're
Mm.
a good family, just trying to uphold morals.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Now, I do have to, I'm one of those materialistic people. I have to compliment something nice when I see this house. It's very very nice. Was it family owned at all, or how did you end up inheriting it?
I inherited it through my father, but I would be the third, I do believe, third generation to keep it in the family.
Very very nice. It's good to have a generational house. And now I want to focus a bit more on the PD and the kind of surrounding communities. How would you describe your relationship with the PD?
Personally, pretty good. A lot of times, I'll get rumors of work call from a colleague that only a couple of cops will be heading to a certain spot. I'll hear about through people I don't like to associate myself with, and if they need backup, most of the time I'll end up helping the PD to help make sure none of their guys get hurt or killed.
Mm. So you wouldn't say there's been any major kerfuffles? Sorry for the word use there. Between you and the PD. or you and your family and the PD in the last few years?
You may catch word of a couple of stuff I did. I was hanging out with some buddies. We got drunk, decided to borrow a dozer. We thought it was on our property and it wasn't, so
Hmm.
you may hear about that. But other than that, our upstanding with the cops are normally pretty good.
Now, throughout your whole history and of you being in charge of the glass cartel, how do you think your actions have affected the surrounding communities?
So far, from the feedback I have got personally, is pretty good. I don't. There is a Officer Dope or Drop. I may be saying his name wrong. I donated a BMW. He had no personal car to get around off duty. I gave him the BMW. I think it's the M2
Hmm.
as
Well,
just because I don't want to see someone, especially PD, trying to get to work and have to walk.
yeah, no, that's very good of you, Mister Glass. Either way, we're not going to take up any more of your time. You look like a very very busy man. So once again, I have to thank you for accommodating us in your home and being so respectable and honourable. And so thank you very very much, Mister Glass, and I hope this is the first of many conversations we can have.
Oh yes, sir. No, not a problem at all.
Stay safe and good luck.
Thanks, and you too.
Surprisingly nice for someone in charge of the most dangerous cartel in the city. Was he putting on airs, or is he just really this respectable? Only time will tell. But who could tell me the real cartel? Well, I had a suspicion. The PD could answer my questions. So we recently talked to Jake Glass, who is the head of the Glass Cartel. What's your opinion on them and him?
I haven't really got an opinion right now. I mean, they do have a corrupt past, but very recently it's just all seemed to calm down, and
Hmm.
well, I don't really hear their name much more.
Well, when you say corrupt past, when we were out talking to some of the locals about them, they did mention their gun drugging, gun gun running, and drug slinging reputation. What's your kind of? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, that's more of their So when they had more members, uh, they used to commit heinous crimes here, there, everywhere. It was very unorganized.
Hmm.
But I believe after a while he decided to disperse
Yeah.
the members,
Yeah. Troublesome
and
members, I think you quoted them as.
and ever since then, it's just been really calm.
Hmm. Um, so going back to the troublesome members there, when talking to Jay Class and asking him about his cartel's reputation, he put down the past crimes really more than drug fueled troublesome members. Do you agree with his statement?
Um, Not 100%. Obviously, the drug crime was definitely there, but I more put it down as gun crime. I think that's the best true answer I can give you.
Mm. Mm. And what kind of crime did they commit? Um, can you say?
I can't tell you exactly what they committed, but um, the crime was mostly involving gun crime, drug crime, as you
Mm.
said,
Yeah.
robberies, everything in those sort of categories.
So, have they caused the PD and the community much trouble, say, in the last 5 years?
Definitely in the last 5 years they have, but very recently it's all died down. You don't really
Mm.
hear from them anymore.
Yeah. How do you plan on dealing with the class cartel if they do decide to come back in the future?
Well, we're hiring officers day by day, so we're building up a team here at the NYPD.
Mm.
So I think with as each day comes, we can become stronger and have the manpower
Mm.
to be able to
Perhaps
face
like
them.
maybe a team like a task force dedicated to stopping gun crime.
Yes, we do have a task force which is up and coming. It's again that's becoming stronger day by day.
Mm. And can the community rest safe knowing that the PD is in control of this dangerous situation?
I wouldn't just put everything on the PD because obviously it comes to common sense. But I believe they're in safe hands if they look for the NYPD.
Mm. And lastly, what do you recommend people to do to stay safe during this dangerous time?
To stay safe, I'd recommend that people travel in groups. You know, always have a friend with them if they feel scared. Tell someone their location because you can turn on that on your apps. Stay to the street. Stay to the street lights. You know, be out in the open. Don't go down any dodgy alleyways.
Mm. Well, that is sound advice, and I'd urge everybody to heed of that advice. Thank you, Commissioner Hale, of once again a really productive conversation. And I think not only me thanking you, but the rest of the community for informing them. I guess we'll talk next week. Who knows about what, but thank you very much for your time.
You're very welcome. I'm glad to do it.
After a productive conversation with the PD Commissioner, we went straight to work to figure out what the story was here. So what was the story? Was the Glass Cartel really a respectable family, or are they just as dangerous as the rumours say? After piecing together everything, we discovered the ultimate truth. There was once a time when the Glass Cartel was the most feared and most unorganised family around, but after great leadership by Jake Glass and a whole turnover, it has turned into a respectable and honourable family in San Andreas. This has been Crime in the Streets with me, Rush Weston, and this is our second episode. We've discovered all about the cartel and how drugs could change your life or ruin your life. And next week, we'll be discovering more about gang wars and gang warfare. But that's next week's episode. Either way, have a good week, stay safe, and this has been Mradio and Out of Work, 4P.